to get started, you guys, I'm going to be applying the Huda Beauty foundation in the color Coffee Bean. That is the foundation we will be working today. So basically, I'll be applying my foundation on my nose, my cheekbone, my upper lips, my chin, basically the whole shebang where people usually put their foundation. I'm speeding that process just because it takes forever to apply my foundation. It's just not something people needs to see to put my foundation down. And for brushes, for brush, I'll be using a flat kabuki brush that I purchased at Target this morning. I prefer using a brush over a beauty blender. I know a lot of people prefer beauty blender. I like a brush because I feel like a beauty blender soaked up all my product. I will find myself uh going through foundation within a month. Whereas when I apply kabuki brush, it will last me up to 2 months. But when I use the beauty blender, my foundation goes like run out quickly. After a month, I keep after purchasing foundation after foundation. You get the point. So basically, we're just gonna blend a foundation on my cheekbone, my nose, my chin, my forehead, my eyelid, because I know some people don't put foundation on their eyelid. Personally, that's just a bit weird to me. I just like applying foundation everywhere on my face. Personal preference. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring it down my neck because a lot of time when we're putting a foundation, we're just super happy putting the foundation and then forget that we have to blend the neck because nothing hurt more when your face is very smooth and then your neck and your ears don't match your face. We want our foundation to be with our neck or ears. It's just we have to do it, ladies. Ladies, make sure to put your foundation everywhere. If you want to bring it down in your collarbone, that is fine, depending on what kind of outfit you're wearing. Again, that's just helping with your foundation. It just look very smooth. Everything is even. So as you can see, I'm just blending, blending. Blending is key component to good foundation. What I'm doing right there, I'm just pulling my hair out of my forehead just because I don't want, as I'm blending, to accidentally blend the foundation with my hair. My hair turned black now. It's just, I mean, not black, brown. I just do not like that. So as you can see, I'm doing this very carefully to apply it because I don't want to like mess up my eyebrow because I put a lot of work in working with them. And then I did speed that process just because I don't feel like it was necessary for this process to be slow. I just blend, 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 bring down my neck, my chin again, my neck. It's just sometimes I like to go over with my kabuki brush just because I want everything to be even. I think I spent 30 minutes applying my foundation and then 15 minutes to do my concealer and then another 15 for my contour. I spent the most time applying my foundation. And then for concealer today, we'll be using the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser Dark Circle. And the color of my concealer is tan. That's the concealer I'll be using. And my concealer is actually 2 shade lighter than me. I just prefer my concealer to be a little bit brighter because I usually set my concealer with a darker powder. A lot of people like super bright under eye. I do like a bright under eye, but I like to apply a darker powder first, then go over with a lighter powder, just because I feel like it suits my skin complexion better to each their own. And as you can see, I don't apply this in a neat way just because I don't care. It's still gonna do the same job. After you blend it, everything will come out naturally. Some people I know they do the triangle and upside down triangle and then to blend out their concealer. I personally don't care. I just my concealer however I want. And then I'm gonna go ahead with the beauty blender. I purchased that beauty blender at Forever 21. I know a lot of you guys spend $20 on buying a beauty blender at Mac or Sephora, whatever the case is. One thing you guys don't know, if you purchase a beauty blender at Forever 21, if you wash it a couple times, it turns really smooth. And then now your foundation or concealer, whatever what you used to apply your makeup with it just blended really smooth. If you just wash your beauty blender a lot, the one that you purchased, I don't know if that's a beauty blender, maybe a beauty sponge. If you purchase this one at Forever 21 and then you wash it a couple times, I find the beauty blender very smooth. It just make my concealer blend like butter, you know. You just have to do that. It just make everything blend out like butter. And as you can see, I'm blending out my the center of my forehead too, just because we have to. We can just not blend it. It's just silly to not blend that part out. Yep, we're setting and setting. And then for setting powder, as you can see, I'll be using the Maybelline Fit Me loose finishing powder in the color 25 medium. And this powder, honestly, is just match my skin tone. Like I said, I like my powder to be a little bit dark. Not so dark, just a little bit dark. Just because I feel like when I blend it with the powder that match my skin complexion first to help out with brightening it. And then I'm speeding that process just because it takes forever to set up my it just take forever to set up my concealer, and no one have time to watch me take forever setting up my powder. We don't have time for that. And then of course we're blending and blending and blending. We're setting and setting and setting. I'm basically setting, as you can see. And then I'm putting more powder just because as I was setting, I feel like I didn't have any more powder left in my beauty sponge, so I was just setting it more. The usual. What I do, honestly, I don't swipe the beauty blender. I kind of press it in. I find myself when I swipe it, and I'll find myself having little streak line of what I did. I just think it's so dumb. Nothing that I hate more than that. You know? We're just setting and setting and setting and setting. And then, do you notice I set my neck out too? Because some people again don't set out their neck. I do. And then now I'm gonna be using the NYX HD Finish powder. That's the powder I'll be using in the color HDFPO2 Banana. I use that powder. Now it's going to brighten it up. Like I said, I use a darker powder first, and then I go over with a brighter powder, a yellow or white powder, whichever one I have, to brightening everything. I just feel like it makes everything smooth and pretty. Personal preference. Yep. We're setting and setting. Look how smooth my face looks. I don't know if you guys could tell, but my face looks so smooth. We like being smooth. And then for contour today, I'll be using a Maybelline powder again. Maybe not a Maybelline powder. I'd lie. Yep, I'll be using a Maybelline Super Stay Full Coverage powder today to contour. I really like Maybelline powder. I feel like Maybelline powder has the best one ever. And then for the color of my powder, it's 375, and I think 375 Java. That's the color I'm using. And my contour is a shade darker than me. One mistake I made, I should have gotten a powder a lot darker than me, because I really like my cheek to be super dark. Personal preference. And then what I'm doing right there, I'm pinching the brush to contour my nose. And if you can see, I don't use a flat brush to do my contour. I use a stippling brush, I think this is called, to do my contour. I really like using them. I feel like it just does me justice. And then I run it over my eyelid, just because I like when my eyelid and my nose are the same color. It's just personal preference. And then for blush, I'll be using the NYX blush in the color HDB10. I love an orange blush. I like orange blush and then the burgundy blush. I just find them very pretty. And then after I finish applying my blush for eyeshadow today, I'll be using the Maybelline Soda Pop eyeshadow palette. And then the color I'm using is Crushing. I like to go with an orange color first, and then with the color that I like second. I like to use an orange color first, a brown color second, or a burgundy color third. I just always like to have an orange color first to set down to do my crease. It's just personal preference. I feel like when I put an orange color, everything blend out smoother. And then after I finish doing this, a lot of you guys have seen me doing this a million times. I like to go with a not a liquid concealer. I like to go with a liquid eyeliner, because as I do my makeup, my mole disappeared. So what I like to do, I go with the liquid concealer and emphasize it, just because I feel like if I don't have my mole, I'm missing part of me. I don't know why. I just feel like I'm missing part of me. I'm getting very emotional when my mole is not there. When I was little, I hated my mole. Now that I'm an adult, I love my mole. And now I'm about to put my Hoochie Mama earrings, because you know we gotta be extra. Because if if we have afro, we have to wear hoochie mama earring. We really have to wear hoochie mama earrings. I'm applying it. Yep, popping my hoochie mama earrings. We're popping it, popping it. We look cute now. We look cute. And then for highlighter, girls, I'll be using the Wet n Wild highlight powder. This powder is so disrespectful, super disrespectful. And what I'm doing, I'm using the Wet n Wild Rose 3-in-1 spray. I like to spray my brush and fan it a little bit in the air, and then I'm applying my highlighter. Before, I used to wear a lot of highlighter. I used to go ham on my highlighter. It's a new year, new me. I'm a new girl. We're settling things tad bit. We're not going too hard on the highlighter, but we're still putting it so people could see. Yes, I'm glowing. And then I'm gonna go ahead now and then applying my lipstick. One thing I realized, I don't like putting a lot of lipstick. What I like to do, I don't know the name of this. I think it's Revlon. What I like to do, I like to put a little bit in the center of my face, and then I use my middle finger and rub it down my face, and I pop, 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 and do this because I don't like wearing a lot of, uh, I don't like wearing a lot of, I just don't like wearing a lot of, I forgot what I'm trying to say. I don't like wearing a lot of whatever you put on your lips, lipstick. And then I'm gonna go ahead again with the eyebrow setting. I'm just gonna set my eyebrow because I feel like my eyebrow look a little bit crusty and dusty. We gotta put it back where it belongs. We gotta look cute now. Yes, darling, we're putting it. And then now I'm gonna go ahead with the NYX finish powder again, carving out my cheekbone just so I could make it pop even more. You probably can't tell, but I can see. I feel like it's a big difference. And then again, set out my neck, run it under the circle, the center of my face, the bridge of my nose, my cupid bow, my chin, that sort of thing. And then thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys next time in my next video. Goodbye.